Have you ever been in a conversation with an INTJ or INFJ, and suddenly, they just go completely silent? It's not an awkward pause. It's a deep, unnerving quiet. If you've experienced this, you might have felt a chill run down your spine, wondering what just happened. Today, we're diving deep into the world of these unique personality types, exploring why their silence isn't just a break in conversation, it's often a final verdict. First, let's quickly understand who we're talking about. INTJs and INFJs are two of the rarest personality types in the Myers-Briggs system. They are introverted, intuitive, and deeply analytical thinkers. What sets them apart, especially INFJs, is their profound empathy. They feel things on a level that most people can't even imagine. They absorb the emotions of others, process them, and understand the unspoken currents in a room. This combination of deep thinking and intense empathy makes them powerful friends, partners, and advisors. But this empathy is also their greatest vulnerability. Because they feel so much, they are highly sensitive to emotional dishonesty, manipulation, and disrespect. They give their all in relationships, offering loyalty, insight, and unwavering support. They will patiently try to understand you, communicate with you, and work through problems. They will give you chance after chance, often more than you deserve, because they believe in the potential of the connection. So, what happens when they go silent? This isn't your typical "I need some space" kind of gate. This is what's known as the door slam. For an INTJ or INFJ, the door slam is a final, decisive act of self. It happens after they have exhausted every other option. They've analyzed the situation from every angle. They have tried to communicate their needs, and they have waited for change. The silence means they have concluded that the relationship is no longer sustainable. It's a sign that their emotional well has run dry. Think of it like a meticulous scientist running an experiment. The INTJ or INFJ has been collecting data throughout the entire relationship. Every broken promise, every instance of disrespect, every ignored plea for understanding, it's all been logged and analyzed. They don't react impulsively. Instead, they observe patterns. The silence is the moment they look at all the accumulated evidence and realize the experiment has failed. The hypothesis that this relationship could be healthy and reciprocal has been proven false. For the INFJ empath, this process is particularly painful. Their silence is born from a place of deep hurt. They have absorbed so much negative energy that they've reached a breaking point. To protect their own mental and emotional well-being, they have no choice but to build a wall. This isn't done out of malice or cruelty. It's a survival mechanism. They are cutting off the source of the pain to prevent themselves from completely shutting down. And for the INTJ, the silence is a logical conclusion. They see the relationship as a system that is no longer functioning. They've identified the fatal flaws, and continuing to invest time and energy into it would be irrational. Their decision to go silent is a strategic retreat. They've calculated the costs and benefits, and have determined that cutting their losses is the only logical move. There's no drama, no big emotional outburst, just a quiet, clean severance. So it leads to this point of no return. It's usually not one single event, but a series of transgressions that demonstrate a fundamental lack of respect or understanding. Crossing their boundaries repeatedly is a major one. INTJs and INFJs have very strong personal values and principles. When you consistently disregard them, you're telling them that you don't respect who they are. Another trigger is emotional manipulation or inauthenticity. These types have a built-in lie detector. They can sense when you're not being genuine, and it erodes trust faster than anything else. They crave deep, authentic connections, and any form of pretense or mind games is a complete deal-breaker. They won't play along. They'll just watch, gather their data, and eventually walk away. Betrayal is perhaps the ultimate trigger. For someone who invests so much trust and loyalty into a relationship, betrayal is a wound that often cannot be healed. It shatters the very foundation of the connection they worked so hard to build. And once that foundation is gone, they see no point in trying to rebuild on rubble. The silence that follows a betrayal is often the most profound and permanent. What makes this silence so final? It's because by the time they go quiet, the decision has already been made. They have mourned the loss of the relationship internally, processed their emotions, and reached a state of acceptance. When they finally pull away, they are not looking for an apology or a grand gesture. They are not testing you to see if you'll fight for them. They are simply done. The silence is the period where they recalibrate and heal. It asks a necessary retreat into their inner world to restore their energy and find their footing again. During this time, they are reevaluating everything and reinforcing their boundaries to ensure they do. UNT find themselves in a similar situation again. They are not plotting revenge or holding a grudge. They are simply moving on. If you're on the receiving end of this silence, it can be incredibly confusing and painful. You might feel like you've been ghosted without any explanation. But from their perspective, the explanations were given a long time ago, through their words and actions that you may have missed or dismissed. The signs were there. The silence is just the final, non-negotiable consequence. Can you ever come back from an INTJ or INFJ door slam? It's extremely rare. Reopening that door would require a monumental shift in your behavior and a deep, genuine understanding of why it was closed in the first place. It would mean proving, over a long period, that you had fundamentally changed. But even then, the trust may never be fully restored. For many INTJs and INFJs, once that door is shut and locked, it stays that way forever. It's their way of honoring their own well-being and respecting the finality of their own judgment. So if you value the INTJ or INFJ in your life, listen to them when they speak. Respect their boundaries. Be authentic and honest. Don't take their patience and empathy for granted, because if you push them to the point of silence, you're not just losing an argument, you're likely losing them for good. Their silence is a powerful, definitive statement that speaks volumes. It says, I gave you my best, you didn't value it, and now, my energy is no longer available to you. It's not a punishment, it's a conclusion. And on cette we reached it. It's already over. Thank you for watching. If this resonated with you, or if you've ever experienced this from either side, share your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear your story. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more deep dives into personality and psychology. See you in the next one.